it's quite as exciting as some of these other people, but we're going to talk about some of the improvements in transit that are coming to Provo area and Utah County. So specifically, we've got commuter rail, you've probably seen some of that, light rail, and bus rapid transit. We'll go into what bus rapid BRT is. Maybe it's supposed to be forward. Yeah. So currently in Utah County, there are basically three different types of transit. You've got the normal city buses, so like the 830, the 811, all those fun things that take forever to get places. No, it's not true. All the time. Then you've got express buses that I ride one every day, almost every day. It runs from Sandy down to campus. Then you've got express buses that leave from Utah County and go up to various places in Salt Lake. And then a new program that they've started is called Flex Trans. I don't think they have it here in Provo, but up in American Fork, Alpine area, that's basically a service where you can get on the bus, it has a set route, and then you can pay a little extra, and they'll take you within a mile of their route and drop you off where you need to go. So it's a lot more convenient than some of these other bus options. And then, like I said, what's in the works? We've got the Front Runner South project that should be done within the next 3 to 4 years, and that'll be really exciting. You've probably seen the construction that's progressing well, getting platforms and rail put in. Light rail transit, most of us know this as tracks. So that's up in Salt Lake. They do have plans on bringing that down to Utah County eventually. And then bus rapid transit, or BRT. They have one of these that goes out to Magna from along 3500 South. And since you can go and look at the front runner train or tracks, I'm not really going to go too much into those. It's a train and they're cool and I love riding them. But we're going to focus on BRT because it's something new and not a lot of people know about it. So what exactly is BRT? Bus rapid transit. Basically, it's a cross between a bus and tracks. So you've got, it was described to me as a tracks train on rubber tires. So the idea is you have more advanced vehicles, so they're bigger, fancier buses. They'll usually have exclusive lanes, so they'll be able just to go on their way without worrying about congestion from other cars. There will be stations in the middle of the street, similar to tracks, and ticket vending machines, so it'll be actually a lot like tracks, that you'll buy a ticket, and then you'll get on the bus. You don't have to pay your fare when you get to the bus. So these are just some examples of BRTs that are in other areas. You notice they're a lot bigger than your average city bus. They look fancier, look cooler. And this is MAX, which is UTA's BRT. Like I said, it runs along 3500 South. And so, yeah. So this is some examples of some of the SketchUps that the Mountain Line Association of Governments has put together. You'll notice, so you can see here that you've got these two different routes that the bus will have these exclusive lanes. Similar concept here. This is one where it's not divided, but it's just a striping that separates them. Okay. And here's kind of a front view of what would happen. So you've got your bus that goes northbound, your bus that goes southbound, and in the middle you just have a platform. And on that platform you have your vending stations, benches, shelters. And so the bus comes by, you get on, and you just zoom on to where you want to go. So this is the current plan for BRT in Utah County, the Orem-Provo area. So it starts up around UVU. Now these dashed lines are where it's shared, and so they will be riding with traffic. In the ideal perfect situation, you would have exclusive lanes and signal priority for a BRT, and so you would just be able to get on and go, and it'd be a heck of a lot faster than driving your car. And then we have these solid lines, which is where they'll have exclusive right-of-way, and they'll just be able to go. So this will go along University Parkway, and then BYU worked really hard to make sure it didn't go along within BYU campus, so it goes all the way out to 9th East and around. And then it'll continue down through central Provo, and at the beginning and the end, you've got Provo Town Center Mall and, where'd it go? Oh, the Provo Intermodal Center. You can see we've got the front runner track that runs up here. You've got the Orem Intermodal Center there, which is where you'll be able to transfer from city buses BRT, the train, their bike lock. There'll usually be like bike lockers like they do at track stations. So it'll allow a lot of flexibility to be able just to get off and go. Like for me, I take tracks, I ride my bike to the track station, then I take tracks down to the bus in Sandy, and then I take a bus here. So that opportunity to be able to leave my bike somewhere that's safe. I got my bike seat stolen the other day, so that's why I'm getting a bike locker. But these opportunities that they make for things to be safe and efficient are really useful. Here are just some statistics about the current 830. Takes the general route that the BRT is expected to take. Currently it's about 3,600 people a day. It runs every 15 minutes. It takes you 46 minutes to run from one end to the other. But in 2012, when there's a BRT in place, they're estimating over 14,000 passengers will be riding. These buses will run every 5 minutes, and it will take you 10 minutes less than it currently takes, and it will take you close to 5 minutes less than if you were going to drive your car. Now imagine if you were in rush hour, and University Parkway is usually a parking lot, and you could be on a bus that just goes straight through. I'm thinking there's going to be a bit more difference there at 5 o'clock. And so it's estimated that that will reduce 5,000 car trips from what we currently have. So what they need to do now, they're currently finishing up some of the plans, so they need to find funding, which is always an exciting part, especially in this economy. They need to submit documentation to the Federal Transit Authority. They have to look over all of the environmental assessment documents that were prepared and make sure that everything's done right, that we're picking the best alternatives. And then, I don't know where this public hearing is, but once that gets scheduled, you can probably find out more about that. I didn't think about that. But in the next month, you'll be able to go and be able to voice your input into how this is executed. All right, so this is a little mock-up of what the station by the football stadium would look like. That you just be able to ride in, you get off, and then you walk to the football stadium. You have no traffic, you have no issues like that, no worries about parking. You just get there and go. So, thank you.